My name's Wayne Metter. Thank you for watching my personal YouTube channel. And if you are interested in some of the other things that I'm doing, you can check out aworldforchange.com and look up what we're doing there in regards to sustainability and how we're talking about that and making it more of a public topic and something that people can take action on every day. So, first of all, there's a couple of green pepper plants here, and I was never able to get a green pepper that tasted good. For some reason, they tasted a little bit woody, and I could never get the flavor right. But you can see that they did grow well, and the roots didn't plug up the bottles too much. Obviously, a mint plant, this is a chocolate mint, it's going to do well, and the basil, it has always done well for me, and you can see that it's much past its maturity because it's throwing some seeds out. I only have tried the grow media, that's the expanded clay. That's the only media that I've tried. I will and plan on doing a test where I can try doing some other types of grow media. In particular, I'd like to try growing in biochar, and Patrick, I know that I'm getting to that, but it's going to be after I move. So, and I've got a couple of buckets waiting to do, or maybe a Dutch bucket type setup for that. The problem with this and the way I designed this is the fact that there's not enough space for the water to escape down here in the neck of the bottle. So when the roots fill up the grow pot area, they run down into the neck of the bottle, and you can see here where after drilling these holes out, and even some of them I drilled out much larger, after drilling them out, the roots still plugged up the neck of the bottle and the bottle cap. So a solution to that would be to take a drill and drill up in multiple places around this bottle here around the neck. But the problem with that is it wouldn't work in this scenario, which I really like. I think you could build a horizontal wall with these pipes running horizontally, and you could have, I don't know, maybe 3 runs of them up the wall, and you could have your bottles then sticking out of the top of them with your plants growing. But the problem with this is, again, the bottleneck. So I think the solution for this is to maybe a couple of solutions. One is to take another bottle and slip it down inside this one, so you make basically a net pot, and drill plenty of holes in there that it can't get bound up. And then the other solution to that is to just try growing plants in here that don't have a prolific root system or a long lifespan, maybe like a lettuce. And I found that the lettuce did fine. It would grow up large enough to harvest before the roots would plug up the bottleneck. So lettuce would be a great thing to do in a system like this. Now, on the vertical style tower piece, you could put plenty more holes around the base of these bottles, and it would still all be self-contained. That would solve the problem there. As well as, you know, I have another idea that I'm going to try, and I'm not going to let you in on exactly what it is, but I do have another idea, and I think you'll like it, and it'll make it so that these bottles are super easy to interchange when you're ready to replant. You can pull them out, dump them out in a bucket, clean out your filter or your media, your grow media, and then reuse it a lot easier. So that's what a suggestion I would make. The tank, I like this style and what I did here with the water reservoir, but the problem with it for me is that it was so small, and it really reacted to the hot days. And yes, I could cover it up, which I did, and other things that I would do would be put a gallon or 2 jug of water, frozen water or ice, in there, and then refreeze it every night, so that would keep it down in temperature, and that really did help. I was using the Tempo thermometer, and I'll put a picture of it here and a link below in the description, but I was using the Tempo. It's a Bluetooth thermometer. You can monitor it just from your cell phone, and the ambient air temperature in the tank even with ice, was getting over 100 degrees. So I know the water wouldn't have been quite that hot, but I didn't have a thermometer to check the water with. So I hope that's been helpful. I really do like this style of tube. They haven't plugged up too much, and you can see here, I mean, they're just cranking it out. And again, if you're using this style of a feeder line, I guess, if you will, you're able to control it very easily, and you have one for each bottle, and I think that works very well. So I did try 3 different types of germination. So I tried a potting soil mix, my own potting soil mix, and then a rock wool germination, and oh, a peat pellet. So I tried 4 different types. But it really, for me, the rock wool, for doing hydroponics and aquaponics, the rock wool really did shine above all the others, because I just didn't have to clean off the roots. You just pick it out of where you've grown your seedling, and you plant it, and you're done. And the rock wool adds a little bit of weight to keep the plant upright until it can root itself in your grow media. Now on this one here, I wanted to try something different. So I went ahead and pulled this off, and I didn't rinse the root ball off. I pulled it off when it was a small plant, and I just left the dirt and everything in it, and it's done fine sitting there. Matter of fact, the dirt acts as a moisture, kind of a sponge, and helps, I think, helps it to maintain a little better moisture content right there. So I don't know. I hope you can learn something from this. I'm trying to share my failures or what I'm learning, and maybe you can learn something as well when you go to build something like this, because you can build something like this for a little bit of nothing. The only money that I have in it is a pump that was given to me, thank you Rob Bob, and some of these lines I had to buy, some of them I had, and that's about it. So I guess now would be a good time to remind you to like, or like the video if you like it, or give it a thumbs down. Either way, I don't care, but having activity is good. And comment and share this video if you think that it would be useful or helpful for somebody else. So, but thank you for watching, and God bless.